Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Saturday night main event predict the outcome special. What a special we have for you. Here's the matches we're going to be talking about. A grudge match between Cody Rhodes taking on Jacob Fatu tonight. Cody blames Jacob for losing his WWE Championship, and Cody got a point as Jacob Fatu cost Cody Rhodes WWE Championship. After going with his emotions, going after new champion Drew McIntyre, he won the WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes looked to gain back some revenge on Drew McIntyre, believing that Drew is the one that put in the hit on that he's no longer the WWE champion. We'll talk about it. Speaking of talking about WWE Championship, which one of these four men will get an opportunity at the Royal Rumble next week to wrestle champion Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship? Drew McIntyre will be waiting and debating to see who's next in line for his coveted title coming up. We get the Pro Wrestling Show started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe if you can. Tell a friend, call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. All right, let's get to it right here, right now on the Pro Wrestling Show with this. We're going to get to a match that really a lot of people didn't see coming, but we saw it coming out the way. We're going to talk about this right here. AJ Styles taking on Shinsuke Nakamura tonight. A rivalry rekindles. AJ rekindled his rivalry with Shinsuke Nakamura tonight. This match came out of nowhere. This match started really from yesterday on SmackDown when AJ Styles was a guest. I'm gonna show you right quick. AJ Styles was a guest of Nick Aldis. And Nick Aldis invited AJ to SmackDown, which could be his last SmackDown, because AJ is going to be going against Gunther at the Royal Rumble in a match versus put his career on the line, and it could be that way. But AJ Styles probably want to kick some kinks and stuff like that. Going against Shinsuke Nakamura. Who can forget 2018? Both men were competing in the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. I meant to say WrestleMania 34, that legendary WWE Championship match that we saw, and now you can come back full circle now, and we can see Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles do it one more time. Look for AJ Styles to win over Shinsuke Nakamura, getting the victory. Nakamura, really kind of like on the cross ends and stuff, but it kind of helps renew the rivalry. And like we said, something bigger, something different. As we saw, look for that match being that way, in that case. Also, too, another match right here. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, the new women's tag team champions, defend the gold against Raw's Judgment Day. Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Roxanne and Liv, really, this whole thing got started as Roxanne and Liv won the number one contendership to become number one contenders for the tag team champions. These pint-sized beauties will be in action tonight. They're looking for gold. They'll know the thing or two about winning gold as well as Roxanne. And these women want to bring it. As this past week on Raw, there was a summit on Raw where all the women on Raw was all covering the new tag team champions. Made a statement that they're gonna make the statement tonight if they can get the tag team gold back into the fray and stuff like that. Well, we saw it. But like we said, Liv and Rock, look for the tag team gold still stay in the hands of the tag team champs, not going nowhere anytime soon. I don't see them losing their tag team titles so easily and so quickly like that. But never know. But like we said, a lot could go down tonight on Saturday night main event between Liv, Roxanne Perez, and Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. So look for Rhea Ripley and Io Sky keeping those titles a little bit longer than expected. So we'll see how that's going to end up being. Another match everyone's talking about is this match right here. Cody Rhodes taking on Jacob, goes to war with Jacob Fatu. Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. This match right here has a lot of WWE Championship implications. This match wholly started when Cody Rhodes called out Jacob Fatu and blaming him to cost him the WWE Championship. Jacob Fatu and Cody has no love lost. This past a week ago, they was at each other's throats until Nick Aldis made the match official for Saturday Night Main Event, pulling both men apart piece by piece. But I think this really started when it was Cody defending his championship against Drew in a 3 stages of hell match. Cody won the first fall, as well as Drew won the second fall, and then the third fall was the steel cage match. In the steel cage match, Jacob Fatu cost Cody Rhodes the WWE Championship by slamming inadvertently on Cody, costing, thus giving Drew the championship. And Drew McIntyre been parading around the championship ever since. Drew McIntyre saying that he don't care. He said last week, he don't care who wins the match. They're not going to get a shot. They got to go through the Royal Rumble. And Drew saying Drew's aware that they got to go to the Royal Rumble match to do what they had to do. But that yesterday, Cody Rhodes was sitting down in the interview until Jacob Fatu interrupted and told Cody that he don't care about this and don't care about the real life and the reality of stuff. And it was like that. Nick Aldis sitting down as like he's a moderator or something like that. And did so. Nick Aldis doing what he does best, trying to moderate stuff. But we know that Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu was getting personal, and it was digging down deep to their what they was trying to say and what they was trying to do and trying to convey the message and stuff. The message had been conveyed, but Jacob Fatu was telling for real story about he didn't know he was gonna get hired before he thought he was gonna get fired before he didn't know he was gonna get hired. He was walking on eggshells himself because of his reputation, and Cody Rhodes called out his reputation about going to jail and all that. I guess they're trying to bring in real life stories about Jacob Fatu. Fatu also said about his 7 kids living on a mattress. And Jacob Fatu saying he was dirt poor. He came out the ashes. Jacob Fatu making rational sense of everything that went down and stuff. So Jacob Fatu making sure that a lot of stuff going down, and we saw that tonight. Fatu doing what he needed to do. Like I said, I don't know, man. I'm really going to pull for Jacob Fatu because Jacob Fatu is crazy, and he make real life. I think Cody can take this loss, but Jacob Fatu really needs this win. I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu because Fatu is crazy, and Fatu, he's destined to be a main eventer, and I can see Jacob Fatu. I can see a little bit me and Jacob Fatu a little bit. People try to write you down and write you over, and then when you finally make it, people forget about what you had to endure and go through, that trauma and all that stuff. You don't forget. You just make yourself more stronger than ever. So I can relate to Jacob Fatu on that. But look for Jacob Fatu to get the victory over Cody Rhodes tonight. Now we get to the main event. The main event will be a fatal 4-way for the opportunity. Randy Orton, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn. The main event for opportunity for the undisputed WWE Championship. No one contenders fatal 4-way. We know that Randy Orton knows about the dance. Damian Priest knows about the dance. Trick Williams knows a little bit about the dance. Sami Zayn, the only person who's never been a legit world champion. He was the NXT champion, but I mean, him and Trick about to share the same common with NXT, but Trick won the TNA title. But Randy Orton won the world title as well as Damian. So, I mean, Randy Orton been a WWE champion before. Well, all 4 men, which one of these 4 men will be getting the opportunity to become the #1 contender for the WWE Championship? This whole thing started when Randy Orton won a qualifying match. Damian Priest won a qualifying match. Rick Williams won a qualifying match, as well as Sami Zayn. Trick Williams the only heel that's really making some noise on SmackDown outside of Drew. Trick Williams making some noise that one day he could be a WWE All World Champion. I could see Trick as a world champion, but Randy Orton pulling out the light. But yesterday was the whole setup. Trick Williams calling out Sami Zayn, saying that Sami ain't nothing, Sami don't amount to nothing, and Sami won't be getting the opportunity to go for the world championship and stuff, and saying that he's wasting his time, his money, his resources, and all that stuff. But Trick Williams putting it out there about Sami Zayn, nothing gonna be nothing until Damian Priest came out there and called out Trick, saying that Trick is a none but a flash in the pan. Trick ain't been tested yet, but he's gonna test him to see how he is. And they had their match yesterday, and Trick Williams won the match over Damian Priest, but at the end it was Sami Zayn attacking. Trick Williams gets opportunity on Trick, trying to knock Trick down until Randy Orton came out there. Randy Orton RKO both Trick and Sami. Randy Orton making a statement that he wants to be the #1 contender for the WWE title, as him and Drew McIntyre has that long story history, and how that history going. So, like you said, a lot of people are predicting it's already going to be. In fact, look for Sami Zayn to win. Unfortunately, I would rather had Damian Priest or Randy Orton win, but they're gonna give it to Sami Zayn just to showcase his building. And they talking about Trick Williams gonna eat the pin, and they're gonna set up a feud between Trick and Sami probably for the Elimination Chamber coming up. So we'll see. But a whole lot of matches with the Saturday main event card, even though there's a lot of Easter eggs as well from yesterday on SmackDown, as well as Drew McIntyre in this pit of himself to Cody Rhodes in his bus. So Drew McIntyre, a lot going on. Even Cody and AJ Styles. So much going on tonight on Saturday main event. We're going to be keeping a very close eye. This has been the Predict the Outcome special. And we did the Predict the Outcome special. Look forward tonight for the Predict the Outcome recap. Well, I mean, the Pro Wrestling Show Saturday main event recap to see which one of your favorites won. Was I wrong on some of these predictions? Only time will tell. But thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show Predict the Outcome special. We'll see you at the match.